Amsterdam is decriminalized. They don't have the issues that we do. Yeah, they have fucking crackheads in the street freebasing and fucking cops on horses telling them fucking no.
Well, we keep that there.
Damn. And, these cities where drugs are starting to become legalized, and they've already been decriminalized, people are not getting addicted at the numbers of the United States does. We are the biggest consumer of illegal drugs in the world, by far.
You know what it is? Here's what it is. And I have a friend from Italy, and I tell her, because she has many arguments against how Europeans are treated versus how Americans treat each other. And what people have to realize about like Portugal is they're all like kind of the same people. It goes back for generations. So they all have a culture. They have a love. Mm-hmm. They have common genetics. So when they do stuff, they're looking to benefit their own. It's like, so if you're Portuguese, I want all Portuguese to kind of be this. America was such a melting pot that everybody already has their cliques and mm-hmm. has their group. Mm-hmm. If my group's not being affected, I don't care. Which is why when something happens to like maybe somebody who's black, and you sit there and you watch it, it's eventually going to come to your community. It's eventually coming. It's going to come to your community. It's just a matter of when. So when you're watching another community or another group going through oppression, or or maybe the legal system is holding them down, metaphorically, it's that's all perspective, but it's coming your way too.
Oh, it's all coming, and in the end of the day, like humans are humans, right?
Humans are humans.
That's all it comes down to. We're all the fucking same.
We're all the same. But going back to almost the beginning, what's funny? The conversation we talk about gender. Okay, so you got men and women. That's sort of determined by your sexual organs. That's the only thing.
That's the only thing you can at that moment.
Yeah. But here, okay, so you can wake up and so a 9-year-old can wake up tomorrow and say, "I want to be a woman." But I, a man who will not tell anybody my age because I don't want to. Okay, I can't wake up tomorrow and say I'm Swedish.
Yeah.
Maybe I feel like I'm Swedish. Maybe I feel like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Swedish dude. So why can't I say?
You can take a trip to Sweden.
Yes.
And you can try to get a job there and see if that, as an American, you have these rights where you actually can probably end up living in Sweden.
No, Bob Thomas. That is the most Caucasian answer I've ever heard.
No, but what I'm saying to you is this: is like, look. There is a chance you're not going to become physically.
No, that's what I mean. No. You're
not going to look. But there are black Swedes. Is my point to you.
In my head, I do look. I want to be blonde hair, blue eyes. In my head, I want to be blonde hair, blue. I see that myself as that. I think I'd be better as that. I want to be blonde hair, blue eyes, and treated as such in America. I want good credit. I don't want police harassment. I want wherever these secret meetings are being held at Elks Lodges and coffee shops and wine painting. I want to be involved. I want nobody to grab their purse any longer. I want people to give me free shit when brown people aren't around. I want stock tips. I want ETFs. I want a good seat to all professional sports games because I think that I'm Swedish. I'm European because in my head I'm European. I mean, my pants don't sag. Are my pants sagging now? Okay, that makes about more sense than somebody saying, I feel like a woman today. That makes more sense.
I mean, here's the thing, though. I do believe that there's 9-year-olds out there that do definitely know that they're the wrong sex. Now, do I also think that they might not be truly 100% accurate at that moment, and that could change? Yes. Because there was some book I fucking read in school about a woman that was trapped in a man's body.
Wow, that sounds like an R. Kelly song. sounds like the R. Kelly in the
that motherfucker is out, man. He's out for the count, bro.
No, you'd be surprised what money can do. Look.
Bro, he's done. His money's gone.
No, all he got to do is sign over his masters and he'll get out. All he got to do is sign over his masters.
He'll be out, man. Listen, they're going to appeal. Mm-hmm. But, bro, this guy has just so much evidence against him. But Bill Cosby beat it, yes. But Bill Cosby beat it because he'd already beat it previously. Mm-hmm. And they said you cannot retry him ever again in this court. So guess what? That was a stipulation because he had good lawyers back then. But R. Kelly was never as good, as set up as Bill Cosby. Let's be honest. R. Kelly's fucking lawyers have never been Bill Cosby's lawyers. Bill Cosby's got that wealth, that billion money.
Yeah, let me
R. Kelly's got that. I'm getting out of jail. We're going to McDonald's money.
No, but honestly, his catalog is worth like $1 billion.
But does he own all of it?
He owns it. Okay, now let me break it down to you.
The white man must own most.
No. Here's what it is. Well, that's how it always happens. But let me show you. So he cannot read or write. He's functionally illiterate. So there's somewhere you cannot have a functionally illiterate person sign a contract and for it to be valid. So all him signing his masters over and there's record labels owning that, and that can now be challenged because the whole contract can be thrown out on a technicality, which makes all his masters his. Now, I'm not saying that.
No, listen, now, again, that's a great angle they have. That's a fantastic angle.
So that's what I'm saying. Here's the prison break. Let me just show you the prison break. The prison break is one day, two guys show up green and gold. You know, they show up, they have a suitcase, and Mr. Kelly, this is for your masters, and this is for 10 years of work we expect from you. Writing, singing, producing, and we'll get you out of here. But your soul belongs to us.
Yeah.
Your ass belongs to us. And if you don't, it has dire consequences that the law won't be able to save you. So there is a slight chance, because how talented he is, and he can still generate profit, that he will be out of prison just for the fact that he can make people money still. When you can't make money, that's when you die.
Look, and yet, listen, I don't know if it'll happen, but it could. You're right, maybe. But here's the thing. What is wrong with him in his head, you think? He likes to just torment young girls.
Well, it goes back to
control.
He was molested.
Yeah, he was molested. I saw the whole thing.
He was molested. Everybody who does these things has trauma of their own. That's why trauma is so important to treat. We treat physical injuries. We do not treat emotional. We treat mental injuries, but not emotional and not spiritual. A lot of things are spiritual too, man. And you don't got to be a Bible-beating Christian. Or I'm not talking about religion. Spiritual. The spirit does exist. The soul does exist. Light does exist. Mm-hmm. When you die, energy leaves your body. So whatever you want to name the energy, you can name the energy blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to name it. When you die, a force leaves your body. Yeah. Okay, so if you want to be biblical and say it's a soul, if you want to be Nuo sort of age and say, hey, it's light, it's an energy. It's an electron. Yeah. The electric pulses stop beating in your body. That's a fact. Logical fact. Whatever you want to name it, inconsequential. So that's the thing right there that we don't. No,
you're right. We don't
treat
when people are fucking out. Okay, after, like you said, exactly what you said. After a kid gets his ass whooped, beat up by 7 of his classmates. He goes to the hospital. Parents are like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" They're like, what happened? Blah blah blah. But they never actually fucking. No, exactly. The actual trauma starts happening after that.
Absolutely.
So
I knew you were 100% correct. Absolutely, and that's where he gets a gun and goes exacts revenge because that's what he thinks you should do instead of having somebody in a room saying, the people who beat you were wrong.
Yeah.
They were cowards. Those people who beat you have their own problems. You're a strong person. You're still here. You're still talking and pumping them up and building them up. They leave them a broken carcass to fix themselves. How do you ask a 13-year-old to fix himself after being jumped?
That's the thing. They don't know how, and then they get more trauma, more pressure, and none of it's and it gets pushed down, and like you said, eventually it comes out with a fucking gun, and they go into school. And they whatever, or they fucking compress it even more, and then 30 years later, they beat the shit out of fucking whoever's there for their children, their wife, whoever it is. So
creating the cycle over again.
Yeah.
So what's crazy about what you just said is that if you're not going to do it, somebody else is. So you know who does? Popular culture. When that 13-year-old doesn't have somebody to turn to, Kurt Cobain, NWA. They'd show you how to handle a situation, even though they never handled a situation like that.
Yeah.
They'll show you how to handle it. Listen to any heavy metal death song. They'll tell you how to solve it. Ask any, gangster song. Ask any depressive emo song. They'll tell you how to handle it in their way. Movies. Yeah. Movies will show you. Watch on Basketball Diaries. You know how many people have taken that image off Basketball Diaries and said, you know what? That's a good idea.
That's the thing. It's like you said, they're self-medicating because they saw someone else did it.
Yeah.
And they said...
Exactly, and heard about it.
And they said, you know what? I'm so fucking angry at the world. I know heroin's bad for me, but fuck it. My life sucks, so I might as well just fucking try it and feel better for a second.
Your life sucks because you have no perspective on what life is. Because there are people who really are trying to function. If you have enough time to say my life sucks, your life does not suck. There are people right now picking through trash in third world countries to feed their families. Yeah. That sucks, but they don't think their life sucks because they don't have enough time.
There's people eating plastic and shit.
Yeah.
They're eating shit off the ground that they don't know what the fuck it is. And, they eat dirt. You know, there's fucking plenty of wild shit going on that people don't realize. Obviously, it's in the United States of America. I'm talking about the problems mostly here because, you know, I can't even relate. I've been to third world country 3 times.
I won't go. I don't want to see it.
It's tough. It's really tough. I've been to Costa Rica and I saw the poor there. Mexico, I've seen the poor. You've probably been to Mexico.
Yeah, Tijuana, yeah.
So you've seen the poor. That's their India. It was seeing like tremendous poverty. Like hundreds of naked children.